Sound production.
Good evening, gentlemen. It is your boy Serious, and welcome to tonight's stream. And this stream is going to be pretty articulate because not only I'm going to give my opinion, the Great Ghost should be joining very soon. And he's going to give his perspective as well on what a real man is. But before we begin, let me go ahead and see who's in the chat. Kono, what's going on? Spider was good. Joyful. He says, I'm at work, but have a great stream, guys. Puniti. Yes. Puniti indeed. Cheers for you. Sai. He says, hello, Puniti. August Lion, what is going on, man? He says, what is a real man? Can't wait to find out. Yeah, I'm excited to find out as well, because clearly men that's been pretty much drilling into these modern women's heads for the last 6-7 decades of what men want, they know better than us, right? I guess in 2023, women know more than men about what men want. Which is stupid, but I guess. G Smith Studio, what's going on, man? Greenskin, what is good? He says yeet. Yes, yeet indeed. August Lion, what's going on, man? Of course, the one and only Lion and McTow. He says salute, fam. Yeah, salute right back at you, bro. Salute right back at you. Sigma Rodin, Super Turbo Death Shark. What's going on, man? He says, Invictus, big ups, Yeetus. Yes, big ups right back at. I see your profile picture is future. Sorry, you know you're about that life. You're about that player life. Mystifier says Rolo getting melted by Destiny was gold. Okay, we'll get to that later on if we have time. We'll get into that. Jiraiya says, nice to finally catch Sir Yida streaming while at home gym. Nice to see you, Yidis. Hey, nice to see you too. Hopefully, when you get them gains, you able to get a couple gems about what I'm gonna speak about today. JR says, a real man is being yourself, standing up for yourself, and not giving a shit what anyone thinks. I will agree with you to an extent, and I will explain later. I'll explain later. I don't know if I got anybody, but hey, I welcome everybody else that just joined. Thank you for coming to the stream, but we're gonna get down to business. But before we do, I'm gonna add the one, the only, the Gray Ghost. What's going on, Gray Ghost?
Good evening. Honestly, get the thumbnail ready, catch a quick nap, and then wake up and it's like, ah, crap, what time is it?
Hey, the chat missed you, bro.
Yeah, well, damn chat. I'm pulling like freaking 10-hour days of hard labor. I am wiped, guys.
Because every stream I've done within the last I think what 8-9 days. Oh well, where's Gray? Where's Gray at? I'm like, Gray in here, motherfucker. Damn, it's too damn bad. He ain't here. You gonna listen to me? Shit. But you got some hardcore fans, Gray Ghost.
Yeah, I appreciate it, guys. Hope y'all are enjoying the music that's coming out each day.
I was thinking about seeing if I'm able to get one of the beats that I listened to a couple days ago.
Yeah,
what?
Yeah, no, I got them all set aside. So
yeah, I'll definitely talk to you about that later. And Sons of Patriarchy said, Yeet and Gray streaming is always cozy. Is it always cozy? You sure about that?
Well, it can get spicy sometimes.
Well, I'm sure that's what they want. I'm sure they don't want to get a bunch of, yes men just to agree with everything. So I see what you're saying, Sons of Patriarchy. We're one of the few channels that we don't kiss ass. We butt heads until we somehow, some way get to a common ground. Would you agree?
Oh yeah. Yeah. But like we're civil with each other, but when we come up against something that we disagree, we're like, all right, let's hash this out a little bit here. We have some content.
Yeah, that's how you got a couple of haters months ago. Why are you talking to Sir you just like that, bro? Why you being so aggressive, man? Like acting like I never had to deal with that in my life. Like, come on, bro. Personally, I don't need your defense. I don't.
Like
what Gray did is minuscule of what the fuck I went through in my life.
Yeah, like you've actually been out there dodging shots by people that legit want to prematurely Minecraft you. So yeah, I figure like swapping some agitated tones with a dude across the internet is probably something you can deal with.
Exactly. And once again, it's like, how do I explain it? I'm pretty sure majority of my audience here right now can agree that as long as one person can understand what the other person is saying, the conversation can go pretty well.
Yeah, like
You know,
honestly, most of it comes down to communication errors where we're not getting the idea across to each other.
agreed. And once again, there's a couple times where, you know, I was lost in the sauce and I really did not get what the fuck you were saying. That was my fault. That's my fault. You know, I accept 100% responsibility. But the chat was like, "Ooh, Gray, why you getting so angry? You should take some anger management courses." But it is what it is, though, right? Because hell, even if I'm like lost in the sauce, I can still hold a conversation. It's just going to be a lot more difficult. uh, somebody said something. Give me 1 second. Somebody, oh, Kono. He says in future, all debates should be settled through Elden Ring. Mother, really? You really gonna do me like that? He's been playing for like the last 6 months. Okay, I wasn't able to play it.
Literally 6 months. Yeah.
He's gonna hit me with his fucking wand and shit and completely destroy me. So yeah, that's not gonna happen. he's like Harry Potter on steroids. Like I ain't gonna deal with somebody like that. What else? Lumber look, whatever. He says it's called Righteous Fury for a reason. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? I don't get it.
And maybe when we like go head to head with each other, like we don't mean anything vicious by it.
Yeah, of course. See, I think the world will become much more simpler if two men are able to actually have a decent conversation, which I do believe that it does happen a lot. I mean, a lot. Because if it didn't happen as much, society would be in fucking chaos, in my opinion. So I would just say that Righteous Fury, like what Gray said, it definitely makes a lot of sense, right? Because if you're just spewing out some bullshit and you don't even back up your claims, or you just jump into conclusions and all that stuff, yeah, I won't be upset if somebody like Gray gets upset. You know, if he gets mad at me for just talking nonsense. Would you agree with that?
Yeah. We gotta figure a bunch of shit out because
we have to do that on multiple occasions to figure some shit out. On multiple occasions.
Well, some of this shit's complicated, so
because it's either I'm not understanding what you're saying or you're not understanding what I'm saying, and it's just like a good 5 to 7 minutes of just like button heads. Which is good.
Yeah. No, but like it's funny because it's like people always take me getting frustrated way too harshly. Like even IRL was like, guys, I don't understand why it's so wrong for a dude to get upset when you're this close and then it just like, it was almost there. It's like, hey, you got no need to get agitated, no need to get frustrated. It's like, dude, why not?
See, to me, it's like a person that I am talking to that is upset with me is either he doesn't agree with my points or he doesn't understand what I'm saying. You know, those are the two options that I see. But it's usually the person does not see what I'm like. The other person does not see my perspective. You know, and once again, especially if it's in the heat of the moment, people they just spew out some random shit and nobody knows what's going on, right? Both people just like yelling and screeching at each other. It's like, well, what's going on? What you guys are arguing about? And then you're like, I don't know. I don't know what I'm arguing. Like, I'm just yelling, bro. Like, he was mean to me on some kindergarten shit. He yelled at me first. Like, oh shit, bro. And
Actually,
once again, oh, what's up?
no, actually, that a fairly good point, Mr. 5D, about reading comprehension. But like the reason that you teach language, like if you teach English for what, like 7 years, 12 years, like kindergarten to freaking grade 12 or whatever. Yeah, that's not because you need 7 years to teach you probably your native language. It
Yeah,
takes that long to understand other people speaking your native language.
exactly. And based on what I was told, English is one of the hardest like languages to learn in the world. So that also puts on a barrier.
Well, yeah, it's basically the bastard children of like every other language because it was a trade language.
Yeah, because supposedly one word can mean like it can have one word can have 5 different meanings.
Oh yeah, context is everything. But
Exactly.
that's why they have such a hard time programming like chatbots and AI to understand it. It's because so much of English is dependent on context.
Uh-oh. Hold up. See, I told you you had fans. Nice to see Gray here. Oh, okay. So okay, Moon. I just go fuck myself. Like, what the fuck? Like,
well, to be fair,
you know I'm here too.
Well, to be fair, if you don't show up for your own stream, there's kind of bigger problems at play.
Hey, that only happened like 5 times. Okay.
Yeah, but hey, if somehow I'm in here streaming and you're not streaming, like people have bigger questions.
That is true. That is true. Like once again, like I told the chat, I think a few days ago that hey, you're focusing on your own content. You have like 4 streams a week, right?
Yeah, at maximum, because it's like I got tech, and then I try to have the Red Pill Cult meeting, and then there's the Warband Exiles, and then Elden Ring. Of course, nowadays it's mostly 2 because I can't find a good day for the Red Pill Cult meeting. And every Thursday, it feels like someone else is streaming. It's like, all right, well, I'm kind of exhausted, and there's already someone streaming. Like for last night, it was Hammerhand. So I'm like, yeah, I ain't competing with Hammerhand for freaking prime time with Conan here. Like, I'll take a nap instead and catch some Z's.
Yeah, Hammerhand, his first video, his first live stream is already close to 2K views, which is insane.
He's got a loyal fan base. I'm giving major props for cultivating that.
Yeah, and he deserves it 1,000,000% because I still don't get why somebody decided to yeet him. No warning, no strikes, no nothing. His channel is gone.
Yeah.
And I understand why he doesn't want to turn on super chats anymore. I completely understand why.
Yeah, no, like that's why like I didn't even bother with most monetization options. All I did was I turned on super chats because not everybody can donate through the Streamlabs link. And that's literally the only thing.
Agreed. You know, and once again, I'm going to give me 1 second. I guess Line of MGTOW wants to join a little bit. But so when it comes to that situation, it's like what the heck? Like there's a reason why I don't have PayPal, right? Because based on what happened to other creators, let alone under Chronic, where they can just be like, hey, we're not going to give your money back. So hopefully that doesn't happen to Hammerhand as well, because he does have PayPal.
Yeah, like I'm honestly thinking I need to try to nail down Hammerhand at one point and be like, look, here is Streamlabs. Here is how you finance through Streamlabs. It works through PayPal, so all you're doing is redirecting it, and then you can still get your super chats, but YouTube doesn't get to touch any of the money. Now use this, God. I've been trying to get him to use it for months, but I can't. Just he's a hard guy to nail down.
Exactly. But do you want to start the subject today? I have a few videos. If you have anything else, let me know. But I got like a few clips.
Now let's just jump into it.
All right. Before we begin, chat, if you want to support your boy Sirius, best possible way is Cash App /Sirius, or you can do super chat. And on top of that, if you want to be a member to my channel, because I released that a couple days ago, you could do that as well. Any type of investment in the channel is appreciated. You already know. I'm already working with the Gecko Ninja to officially start the shorts feed. Right? I'm not going to do the hashtag shorts anymore. I want to do the official shorts. I just got to figure out how to fit the video inside the shorts. That's the thing that's pissing me off.
What software are you using?
I do not know exactly yet. I don't know yet.
If you're using DaVinci Resolve, I can help you there because I know that one pretty much in and out.
Well, you're going to have to help me out sometime, today or tomorrow if you have time. Because once again, this is my first time doing like shorts feed, not the ones on the main channel, but
I can help you out with that.
Okay.
Tomorrow afternoon, we'll set some time up and plan on being sober because we know what happens if you have too much on the weekend. You're knocked out for the whole bloody thing.
Oh yeah, I'm fucked up. Yeah, I completely agree, man. But before we begin, Gray, what I deem the real man, like what a real man does, I deem that as a fallacy that comes out of a modern woman or just a woman's mouth. How would you define what a real man is, or what's your opinion on that overall?
Well, as much like here's the, are you familiar with the no true Scotsman fallacy?
No, actually.
All right. Well, it is basically kind of a real man, but taken to this thing where it's with Scotsmen. So essentially, if you have any criticism against a group, the counter argument is like, oh, well, no true member of that group would behave this way. No true member would say that. No true member would act like that. And it's a way of disavowing someone while avoiding criticism for a larger group. So, unfortunately, as much as there might be men that I certainly would not be proud to associate with as a man, I have to say that if you are a biological male, you get XY chromosomes, and you're over the age of 18 or whatever your local definition of a man is legally, you are a real man.
Oh, really?
Like this thing, like if this was some tribe where you go through some rite of passage at the age of 13, and then the tribe declares you a man, be like, all right, then a 13-year-old who's completed this passage and has XY chromosomes, then that's a real man. It's like
So you talking about trial by fire?
that's the thing. If that's local for that particular community, because age of 18 has not been a standard for all of human history.
Okay.
So like whatever your culture deems makes you a man or an adult, let's say, and then XY chromosomes, you're a man. You're a real man. Like
I
that's
completely. Whoa. Okay.
I gotta like that's the I gotta make that quite as literally broad, because then everything else, like can you say that any XY chromosome over the age of adulthood, like to start saying, well, you're not a real man because you what disqualifies a man from being a real man?
Okay. Um. Okay. That's actually a good question because, yeah, biologically you're a man, but let's ignore the 2023 nonsense.
Yeah.
Is the man is this man upholding his standards, his social contract per se, of what he's supposed to do as a man, depending on where he's at?
But that's the thing. I would say that a bad man, a man that is unhealthy for the society, a man that is maybe even toxic for the society, that is still a real man. Might not be
Okay.
welcome or desirable, but it is still real.
Okay. I think when I say what a real man is, yes, of course, a person with an XY chromosome is a biological male, but is this person upholding the standards within his society of what it means to be a man? And I'm definitely being broad about this because, and I'm kind of being hypocritical because what a man is in the West, I'm not gonna take it seriously. So yes, I'm gonna be hypocritical on that one. But if a man is able to get resources, able to be a protector, able to be a provider, he's on his purpose and able to evolve. It doesn't matter what the pace is. If he's able to evolve every day to be a better version of himself, yes, be a part of being a man, chat, is able to be a better person than what you were yesterday.
But that's the thing. If we were to flip it around and ask, what's a real woman? Like,
Taking
would
care of
we?
kids, giving birth, being able to keep your leg closed, have your man be on your man's side, and be a asset besides of be an asset instead of a liability, in the sense of pick up where he is lacking, in the sense of he doesn't have, he can't pay attention to certain points in his life, and she can come up in here and pretty much fill that situation.
But
If you get what I'm saying?
kind of, yeah. But here's the thing: like, then we're doing the same bullshit that women are saying. Oh, well, you're not a real man. A real man would. We're ascribing behavioral standards subject to our own impressions of what is correct, and we're saying that we are going to take away your man card or woman card if you don't conform.
But okay, I see what you're saying. I agree. But at the same time, it's like men, and I'm sure you agree, are expected to feel their not feel able to complete their social contract. They're expected to do that. But when it comes to women today, especially in the West, it's optional.
Well, yeah, but that's the standards of the current society. And
Yeah,
again,
but
the social contract is entirely fluid too, because it is a social contract. Like essentially, this is an argument for gender being a social construct. If you're going to give certification as man or woman based on a societal contract.
but what I'm saying is, if a woman doesn't follow her social contract, she's independent. She don't need no man.
And
If a man doesn't follow his social
that's
contract, he's demonized.
but okay, but yeah, but that's just the modernist standard. Like, are we looking for what are these things set as in the modern context, or are we looking for a more objective answer?
No, objective. What I'm saying is, when it comes to men today, like it's a lose-lose situation, especially when it comes to men saying like, "Hey, you like being a real man according to society's eyes. That's too much to handle to a lot of men these days."
Okay, yeah, but are we talking what men are dealing with today, or are we talking a standard for men, period? If we're talking a standard for men, period, then we shouldn't be applying whatever standards are held today, regardless of whether we agree with them or not.
Well, if we're just applying just the standards, period, then women are useless in the West.
Well, yes.
Like, if you're going to go just to the biological, imperative.
Well, no, but that's the thing. Like, the thing is, if we restrict like real man, real woman, then yeah, there are no real women in the West, basically, and the amount of real men drops every single day as more men decide that, you know what, this social contract is bullshit. Let's leave. I look at it as like, look, I don't care how much I fucking disagree with you. As soon as you hit that status as adult, then you are a real man/woman, depending on your chromosomes.
Oh, I agree with that. I agree.
Yeah,
I agree 1,000,000%.
Right.
And that's where the fucked up part comes in, right? Where I got memes. Yes, chat. I'm going to be releasing these memes within the next few days of just the tomfoolery, the Twilight Zone clown world BS of what's going on in the West. A middle-aged man wants to identify as a little girl. Another situation, which YouTube pretty much deleted from my community post, where a trans woman, was it trans woman? A man turned to a woman?
Yeah, it's a trans woman.
A trans woman pretty much walked into a woman's locker room and pretty much flashed it all in front of a bunch of women. But an official judge, yes, an official judge stated that, hey, I'm not going to press charges. I'm not going to press charges against this person because he's too fat to even show what's even under there. It's legit. God. I can show you right now. I will send it to you right now.
I believe it, but it's like, holy shit, you're about to dox Undead Chronic.
Hell, you know what? I will send it to Undead Chronic because I think he will have a better time roasting. Because
I think that's perfect because it's like, okay, because not only is it like, hey, again, every time something like this comes up, I picture like Chronic just in the crowd holding up the sign that says women voted for this. Like, so that's like that is me right now. It was like, I hear this, I am like, yes, finally, let there be consequences. Let women suffer for their own fucking stupidity. And then
Yes,
this judge who's
yeah.
like, hey, you didn't see shit. This woman has not seen her own feminine penis in years. There is no way you saw Jack.
Seriously, and it's an official judge.
But here's
Like,
the thing: it's like women, they haven't realized that they have knocked themselves out of top place. Like women used to be, I'm going to say, second place on the social pyramid, because the only thing that you could get further, the only thing that had more influence than women was children. Like, think of the children was outpacing think of the women. But now that there's this whole LGBTQ alphabet mafia shit, women are no longer number 2. Now they are number 3 or lower. And they have knocked themselves out of that position.
agreed. I completely agree. And also, do you agree with McCracken's statement?
Actually, no, because I do not agree with sit-ups, period. Like, they're unnecessarily hard on your spine.
Right.
And they don't really provide as much stimulation towards the abs. Conversely, I'd say 1,000 like leg lifts and figure eights. Like, again, targets the same area, but it's actually more effective. Sit-ups are, from everything I've seen in fitness circles, overhyped, not very effective, and cause more problems than they do benefits.
What about crunches?
Similar, yeah. Again, like
Similar.
crunches aren't as bad because the range of motion is a bit narrower, but it's still less effective to lift up your torso than to lift up your legs.
Okay.
Ghost Hunters find so Gray's opinion is invalid. Okay, believe me, like, there are fitness channels with far more experience than me for that to be argued back and forth. Like, I'll wave the white flag on the matter if people have strong opinions on it. I'm just going with secondhand information here.
The West is shit. Like, that's the best way I can explain it. It is getting out of control.
I think it's been out of control for a long time. Like, I think that we're at the point where the vehicle is on fire, the brakes don't work, like, it is, like, the accelerator is jammed to the floor, and this, like, and the gear shift is broken off in your hand, and you're thinking, wow, I'm in a bad situation right now. This is starting to get out of hand. It's like, yeah, you think.
And Father Note says runaway hoflation. Yeah. It's pretty much hoflation in 2023. And what hoflation is, chat, is men today have to work 10 times harder than their grandfathers to get a woman that is 20 times worse than their grandmothers. Yeah. That's hoflation.
Man, it's been active for a stupidly long time. Like,
but you got to admit, 2023 is out of control.
But, okay, but it was always out of control. It's like, when was hoflation has been out of control ever since the 19th Amendment passed. All right.
Oh, that's fine, but I'm talking about social media, especially OnlyFans. It is out of control.
Okay, no, nowadays, no, it's not out of control. It's, if anything, it's in more control now because guys can actually see it. It's not that it's out of control. It's that it's obvious.
Well, I wouldn't even say it's obvious because the person that's doing OnlyFans is able to make a good amount of money, not crazy money, but a good amount of money compared to the average man that is literally breaking his back to make the same amount of money. She's only spreading her butthole on social media.
Yeah, okay, but prostitutes can make more money than your working man doing the same thing.
Like, yeah, but
it's consistently the thing. Women at a younger age can out earn their male counterparts. That is nothing new.
But it's not even younger. It's women of various ages at this point.
Hey, like, Yeet. I dare you to point. Yeet. There is no 50-year-old woman making a 6-figure salary on OnlyFans.
I'm not saying they're making 6-figure salaries. I'm talking about they're making more than the average man.
Okay, so by definition, that would be more than $50,000.
Which
Telling me that
a lot of these OnlyFans.
You're telling me that your average 50-year-old woman on OnlyFans is making 50 grand a year.
Okay, not the average 50-year-old, but the average woman on OnlyFans is making over 50 grand.
That's because the average woman. Okay, no, Yeet. The average, no. Okay, look, if it's average, that is no.
Well, not just OnlyFans, but there's other websites and other means that the woman can make money.
Yeah, okay, yeah, again, but that's okay. First of all, A, that's prostitution. And
I know
B,
it's prostitution.
Okay, and B, average, no. Like most women on OnlyFans make jack fucking dog shit. You just don't hear about them. I'm willing to bet that the average woman on OnlyFans does not make that much money.
Okay,
Most women on OnlyFans don't make that much money.
Can we agree in the corporate world? In the corporate world, the woman is making just as much or even more than the man in the corporate world. Just the corporate world.
The only reason that is true is because women drop out of the workforce early.
Wait. Say it one more time.
The only reason that's true is because women drop out of the workforce early.
Fair enough. I agree.
Because we can't track women in the corporate world once they leave the corporate world. Men, they'll stay in the corporate world for life. Basically, women have the option of checking out and going to be like single mothers on welfare, or they get married and move in with a dude. So basically, fresh out of college, young women versus young men, same age group, like let's say 20 to 30. Yes, women out earn men in the corporate world. I 100% agree on average. 30 to 40, okay, I'd say yes. 40 to 50, that's where it's going to get kind of fuzzy.
You know what? That's going to be a subject for a future stream.
Because by the time they get 40 to 50, that's when men in the corporate world are getting into higher positions, more established positions, higher salary ones. Women have likely held the same position for an extended period of time. Maybe some have moved up. But by the time a woman's hitting 40, 50, they either made it to their CEO boss babe dream, they've completely washed out, and they are just secretaries who are holding a position because they can't leverage their youth anymore.
Yeah.
And so unless they made it as a freaking boss babe, they probably dropped out. It's do you think that female doctors are earning more than male doctors when there's barely any female doctors over the age of 30? Because all of them drop out a couple years into the practice.
I agree. I see what you're saying. I agree with that. But I'm going to save that for a future stream because honestly, I got to do additional research based on what you told me, and that's going to be a good stream personally.
Last thing, anytime we start saying average, it's that's when the serious number crunching has to come out because we can't take anecdotes from some women earning a lot on OnlyFans and then say, well, that's the average.
Well, what can I say is the average woman have a shit ton of safety nets where she's doing some stupid dumb shit 24/7 and lacking a shit ton of accountability. because she knows that the average simp and white knight is going to come into the rescue and potentially risk his life, get his brains blown out just for some random puniti that he's not even going to get in the first place.
I would go even further. Because the thing is, women give extra women the safety nets. Like I see this because I can't dox, but I see this kind of industry, and I have to wonder about it quite a bit. Is where rich people will hire women to like just tidy up and maintain their homes, and they'll pay them a shit ton, but they're primarily hiring women for this. As like, there's nothing stopping a man from cleaning up a house and doing like home maintenance when
True.
the place is fucking immaculate anyway. There's nothing stopping a man from doing that, except that men aren't being hired to do that.
And on top of that, there really isn't any incentive for the man to do that.
No. The incentive is money.
Well, what
women
I'm
are
saying
getting
is,
paid good cash to do fucking bullshit work.
but what I'm saying is, if a man wants to have that chance to have a family in the future, or hell, he just didn't do as well in the later years of his life. Yeah, okay, I'll see him do housekeeping, but for the most part, a man, he's not really. I really don't see a man doing housekeeping. Like, it's
Why not?
not only the money, but at the same time, it's like,
Oh, what if the money's good?
This is pretty degrading.
What's more degrading? Doing housekeeping or working at fast food?
From my personal experience, I would say housekeeping.
Okay. So you're saying
Personal
that you'd
experience.
rather paid less to do fast food than paid more to do housekeeping because you find the work degrading?
Yes. Me personally, yeah. I would not want to do housekeeping.
Okay, that's the thing. Like,
that's just me only. Just me.
That's the thing. Like, I'm full mercenary on it. Like, if someone says, "Hey, I will increase what you're currently making by 20% if you do housekeeping," I'd be like, "Fuck this physical outdoor shit. I'm going to make these houses sparkle."
I see what you're saying, but once again, if somebody offered me to do $100,000 a year just to clean out shit from a sewer, then I wouldn't do it. I would do it with no hesitation, because at least the payout would be worth it.
Yeah, you're like,
in my opinion.
There ain't no fucking sewer workers making six figures a year.
Well, you see what I'm saying, though, right? Like, I just hypothetical.
No, but that's the thing.
If you want me to do the degrading shit,
it's not degrading. That's the thing. I don't find it degrading. I find it to be.
You don't, but in the eyes of society, it is, especially when it comes to other women.
What the fuck do I give a shit what society thinks?
But that's what. Okay,
if I got more money in my pocket for less strain on my body and less use of my precious time, what the fuck do I care if someone's like, "Oh, you work in housekeeping?" Pathetic. Is like, motherfucker, I'd rather work housekeeping than be destroying my body and racking up a shit ton of medical issues.
Well, at least when it comes to me, Gray, once again, it's just me personally. If you're talking about the average man, sure, I agree. But if it comes to me, no, you gotta pay me more money.
But
you gotta pay me more money.
They gotta pay. Okay, but that's the thing. Then they're just gonna give the money to women because they're like, "Hey,"
which is cool. Which is cool because the women are not willing to do the dirty jobs that usually has a higher pay, because the women are not willing to do that type of work.
Okay, that's the thing. But the women are getting paid more to do this bullshit work. That's where I'm taking issue with it.
Well, I have a couple of housekeepers.
They're getting paid more to do less work.
I know. I have a couple of housekeeper family members. They're not making as much. You know, they've been doing that job for a long time.
Well, then
both of them are females.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Like, I'm in an area with a lot of fucking rich people that have way too much fucking money, and it's a fucking status symbol basically to have someone cleaning your house regularly. Even if you like barely have any fucking guests, they're like, "Oh no, I need my house dusted once a fucking week," and they just hire someone to do that and pay them just an obscene amount, and it's like, "Well, girl, I'd gladly take that."
See, with me, once again, if a man wants to do it, I'm not saying he can't do it. He can do it all he wants if he wants to be a housekeeper.
Okay, but I'm saying he can't because they don't hire men to do that stuff.
Oh, well, doesn't that prove my point per se to get other jobs?
No, because the thing is, you're working from the premise that all a man has to do to get this job is say, "I want to do this job." I'm saying it's bullshit, and it's another safety net for women, because this fucking bullshit do nothing work will be offered to women, but it will not be offered to men, even if men can deliver a higher amount of quality of the work for the same cost.
Yeah, but what I said is if a man wants to do it, he can go for it. If he's able to get the job, sure. But me as a man personally, that I cannot do that job. I don't care how much it pays. I'm not going to be folding clothes and vacuuming the goddamn floor. Even if if a man is homeless, sure, go ahead and see if you're able to get that job. Like, okay, go for it. But if a man that actually has some type of experience in his life, especially if he has previous jobs, the last thing he's going to be thinking about is a housekeeping job.
Until he hears how much he gets paid and how fucking easy it is.
Yeah.
Like a man hears that, he's like, then he starts fucking thinking, you know what? I hadn't actually considered that as an option before. But if I can make a shit ton of money, not destroy my body, I have a bunch of free time. Are you seriously saying that you would take a lower paying, harder job on the principle of pride?
I never said I would take a lower paying job.
That's the deal. Like, you are not, I'm just saying you are getting paid less to do harder work because you're a dude.
Well,
like, that was the thing. I'm saying you get paid more.
If I was the average dude, then sure, I wouldn't take that job. But once again, I know my worth. I know what my experience could bring, right? So I'm not going to settle with a housekeeping job. But if you're talking about the average man or a man that's struggling, okay, I see where you're coming from.
Yeah, when I say you, yeah, like you can say like, oh no, I'm worth way more than any housekeeper is going to get paid. It's like, yes, but you are one dude. I'm talking the general. You were talking about how women have a whole bunch of safety nets with government programs and simps. I'm saying it goes even further because you have rich motherfuckers giving charity jobs to women where men could do better in those jobs, but they're not offered those jobs because they got a fucking shaft and balls instead of a vag.
Well, on top of that, women, they're less likely to even try to dispute any type of pay raise as well. So they're way easier to hire because they're not going to try to combat getting paid more.
That is every. I feel like we're talking past each other here again.
No, I'm good.
Well, no, but it's like I'm trying to make the point here. Now you're like, well, women are easier to negotiate for hire with. Like, okay, well, that would mean that women would be good for any fucking job. Like,
well, they'll be paid less, and
they're not paid less. That's the thing. What is not getting across here?
In the housekeeping, okay,
yes,
I agree.
Women paid more than men for doing the same amount of work. Women offered jobs, period, even though they are equally or less qualified than men.
Well, it's boring to me anyway. So I see if a man that's really desperate to get a job, okay, go for it. Go get the housekeeping. Go ahead and do what you gotta do, and fold the clothes and vacuum the floors.
It ain't about desperate to get a job. In this economy, no one's desperate to get a fucking job. If you don't want a job,
sure about that?
If you don't want a job in this where I am, everybody is hiring. If you needed a job, look, if I got fired, if I got a text on my phone, freaking Monday morning, 5 a.m. and said, "Hey, you're fired. Don't come into work today." I could go down to my local hardware store with a sign that said, has experience and own vehicle, willing to work. I'd have a job within the hour.
Well, would you say that's why having skills is important?
No, dude, I could have no skills. I could have dead fucking no skills and just say, like, look, I'm willing to work and I can drive myself to the location. I will have a job within an hour, even if I have no skills in the relevant field.
Okay.
And that's if I wanted the job fast. Then there's like every store that's actually hiring, but they've got the bullshit like, yeah, send in your resume, we'll get back to you, blah, 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 blah. No, if you want a job, you can have one within an hour.
Well, that's pretty good, actually, especially when it comes to your job. Yeah, that's pretty good.
It's good for job security. It's bad for the local economy because there's way too much work and there ain't enough people available locally to do it. And there's also just a bunch of people who are like, you know what? What's the point of working? Fuck this shit.
Well, this is why, chat, having certain type of skills, if you improve yourself, I don't give a fuck what it is, it's very difficult for your boss to replace you.
Yeah. Father No? Oh, yeah. They absolutely hire white dudes. In fact...
Father what?
Father No. They hire white men where I live? Yeah, I live in central Ontario, but basically just like if you are north of Barrie, yeah, they'll hire white dudes. Now, I'm not saying that you're going to get paid what you want to get paid. Like getting paid enough to cover all your expenses, that's a whole other issue. But if you just need a job, you can get a job immediately. If you just go to Ontario, find where Barrie, Ontario is. Everywhere north of that, there's work.
So, chat, what I'm trying to say is that, yeah, if things are dire and you have no other option but to get any job that you can grab, then go for it. Yes, I agree. I agree. If you're just on the brink of eviction or you can't even feed yourself the next day, yeah, go ahead and be a housekeeper. I'm not going to say that you can't. Go for it.
No, but now that's the thing. It's not but you're assuming that the housekeeper thing is something that you only take if you're desperate. I'm saying that you can be a fucking hardworking dude putting in 40 hours a week plus week after week, and a fucking bitch off the streets with basic ass housekeeping skills is making more than you cleaning rich people's homes and working half as many hours.
Yeah, which is completely fucked up, and I agree. This is why I say, hey, unfortunately as a man, shit doesn't go into your favor, especially if a woman has pretty privilege. That makes shit even a million times worse. So you gotta develop certain skills that is very difficult for you to be replaced in your line of field. Very difficult, to the point where I know somebody that literally made a fuss at Facebook. Literally, he was going up and down and fucking getting very upset with the manager and speaking his mind towards the manager. He got a pay raise. He's close to making $200,000 a year because the set of skills that he has is not easily replaced. It's not. So I know me and Gray, we definitely button heads right now, but at the end of the day, I do see what Gray is saying when it comes to women making more than men on average with the same job. When she doesn't even know she doesn't even know how to fucking microwave ramen noodles, right? She doesn't know how to do shit, but she's still making more money than you. But you as a man, and I'm sure you guys understand, life isn't really that fair towards us. It's not, right? We persevere towards uh any type of adversity. Okay, we have to overcome adversity. What I mean by that, when it comes to getting a job that you want, you have to develop these skills to the point where the bosses or the managers, they can't ignore you. They can't. I'm not saying that that's going to be the same across the board, but whatever you want to do within your life, because I don't know what do you want to, I don't know what kind of job you want. Make sure that you're so valuable that they cannot replace you. That's the big key. Would you agree, Gray?
I think so.
Think so.
That's the thing. Like,
Shit.
I'm trying to piece it together, and then chat's making arguments too on top of that I'm trying to process.
Chat, what the fuck? Okay, what are they saying?
Like, I'm wondering if like what I'm saying isn't really getting across properly, or
let me read this right quick. Greg Ghost, when you're talking working class people, it comes down to drive and a mind for business, which isn't most folks. In regular working class jobs, men will make more money over the long term, which it's true, but at the same time, Gray is talking about something different.
Okay, regular working class jobs, but that's the problem, is that this isn't an apples to apples comparison. In the construction field, will men make more money than women over long term? Yes. In corporate, like, women are going to be making more initially, but men make more in the long term. Sure. But then you have to, but I'm looking at like men and women competing for the same jobs. And then there being varying levels of preferential hiring based on, well, gender discrimination.
Whoa. Would you agree with Spider? Is this what you're talking about?
Yeah, more money per hour, not lifetime. Yes. Because like I'm looking at like careers by and large are dead. Like gone are the days of you get in on the ground floor, work for 20 to 30 years, get up to a respectable position in the company with a big salary and a fat pension, and then you retire and get your massive fucking payout for your years of investment. Like, that shit was decades ago. That is over.
Well, way to
nowadays, like, you want to raise, you don't stick with, like, nowadays you don't, like, you want to raise, you basically got to be hopping from company to company every year or two.
You know what? When I think about it, that's pretty much what my homeboys are going through. Like, to be fair, even though they have successful college careers and successful job careers, I know one of my friends, they're on their third job, which once again I commend them. And they're making they finally are making six figures. Like, finally.
Yeah.
And they're in their early 30s.
But that's the thing, but you don't get that by joining up with like one company fresh out of college and then grinding your way through that. Now you job hop a lot.
Yeah, I completely agree with that one. Let me see who else. Cosmo says, unless you work in a corporation, they will replace you very easily after years of being a very important person. Yeah, of course.
Oh,
This what's up?
that's exactly it. Yes. In fact, they're more likely to replace you because they realize, hey, the longer we hang on to this guy, the more expensive he's going to be. And unfortunately, I've encountered a lot of. I say I haven't personally encountered, but I keep hearing story after story from guys who've been at various decent paying positions of management and owners who just had no long term vision. The most outrageous one was this guy who worked as a machinist, like basically looking after and maintaining like massive factory machines. He pointed out that, like, look, you are losing half a day's production on this machine every single day because it's constantly breaking down, when really you just need to shut it down for 3 days a month to give it some preventative maintenance, and it can be running all the time then. And that just was not acceptable to the management. Like, basic fucking math says that's a good idea, but no, this guy would rather have the machine breaking down every single day than do preventative maintenance on it.
I completely agree on that one. And Mr. DG says women get pregnant and leave the workforce. If you have a plan and control your finances, you will surpass most people. Well, what's the correlation on that one? I'm confused. Hold up.
But that's the thing. But we're not talking fucking long term. Like, I don't give a shit about beating a woman in the long term, because there is no fucking long term benefit to it. It's like, oh well, I get in with this woman, like I'm in the workforce with this woman, and maybe now she's making 30% more than me because she's pretty, but I know in the long run I'll be making more than her in this company because I'm gonna stick with it and manage my finances good, and she's probably going to get tired and knocked up. Like, I do not give a flying fuck what some woman's career future is. I care what my finances are today. And seeing some random bitch get paid more than me to do bullshit work that I could do better, like, yes, I think I get every right to call that out and say this is bullshit, because I don't give a fuck about career prospects. Making more money than a woman doesn't mean shit. It's, can I be making more money now than I am currently? If so, why am I not? Oh, because I got a cock and balls? Well, damn, that's annoying.
I completely agree. Completely agree. And this crazy nonsense about, oh yeah, listen, women can do this, women can do that. The future is female. But all of a sudden, when things get real, especially during the workplace, and definitely when it involves manual labor, they're very quick to find the nearest male to do it for them. And I've seen it personally, and I've dealt with it personally. They get paid the exact same as me, but I have to do the heavy lifting. Like, what the fuck?
No, and here would be kind of another example. So, for example, accounting. No, actually, no. This was something that I did face. So, anecdotal story time. So, I studied photography, got really good at it. I can do Photoshop on a professional level and have done it before. So, I go to a place that does, fuck, I'll say it. Like, they did class photos. So it was seasonal work. There's a shit ton of photos for all schools in the area going through. And they were hiring for people in the Photoshop position, like people to do the editing for these. So I go in, I show off my portfolio with all my fucking photo editing work, professionally edited model stuff done with models and makeup artists. Now, Yi, do you think that they put me in the position to do all the photo editing, or do you think that they shoved me on the factory floor?
Yeah, definitely factory floor.
Yeah.
Definitely. Like once once again, I'm gonna go off on my tangents. I had a homeboy that worked on the factory, and majority of the females, they were just standing around texting on their phone. I went to his job. He's here, he's zooming on his forklift and shit, getting shit done. But majority of the women, they were just standing in a circle, just doing some social media weird shit, and they
Plus,
get paid similar.
yeah. No, and nice thing is, initially I did get put on the same machine as a woman. Within 2 weeks, I had matched her pace, if not outpacing her, and she had years of experience on that station. I got rotated through basically every fucking machine there.
Did you get her fired?
No, I didn't get her fired. They shuffled me off of that station onto a different station.
Wow. Okay. That's some bullshit. Do you want to react to one video before Chronic Stream begins?
Yeah.
We'll react to one video, and the video is not that long. And I'm sure you guys seen it before. Let's go ahead and watch right quick. And once again, it's what a real man does, right? Remember, chat, a real man.
I am so done.
Sad. Like, why can't I find a fucking real man that want to be with me? Like, why? What am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? Why do you motherfuckers play too much? If y'all don't want a relationship, let me know.
They did, bitch. They did. They fucking let you know every 6 ways of fucking Sunday, and you just refuse to fucking listen. Guaranteed.
So the tattoos doesn't help, right? And her very masculine attitude definitely doesn't help. And
like, bitch, you fucked the dude without even knowing his goddamn name. You had no fucking standards. You had no fucking filters. And now you're complaining that men don't take you seriously. It's like, bitch, you slept with me on the first fucking night without even knowing my name. Why the fuck would I consider a serious relationship with you?
You know what? I'm going to share this as well. But once again, chat, that woman, she definitely talking about what a real man is. See, what I deem what the woman is talking about when it comes to real man equals servitude. I repeat, a real man, according to women, is servitude. And they will move the goalposts as much as they want to fulfill their needs. Would you agree, Gray?
That's the thing. It's not even, I don't even say it's needs. It's just wants.
Oh, okay. Wants and needs. Both. I would say both. Depending on the situation, because they're moving the goalposts.
Well, that's the thing, but it's their wants. Like, no woman ever just goes with her needs. Like, a woman's life is driven by what...
If the situation is dire.
Okay, no, but that just happens to be that what she wants lines up with what she needs. Like okay. That is, it is not as though like she's going like, oh, well, I need this. It's like, yeah, you needed this a long time ago. It's just now you actually want the thing you need.
Okay, I agree with that. Okay. Yeah, I see what you're saying, bro. I see what you're saying. You know what? Let's go ahead and play this other video, which I'm sure you guys recognize who she is, but she's the OK Boomer chick. Yes. Is she Canadian? I don't know. I don't know if she is or not.
I don't know.
But let's play this video. Remember, according to women, modern women to be exact, this is what a real man is.
Someone is talking about guys simping for a girl. I just don't understand what's wrong with like worshiping a girl. There's nothing wrong with that, okay? Girls deserve to be worshipped. All right? Not saying specifically me, but girls should be worshipped. It doesn't mean you're a simp. Simping isn't bad. Simping is king shit, okay? You're
Clapping
a
your
king
hands
if
when you say
you're
shit
not
doesn't make it true.
Well, why are you clapping, bro?
Well, because
Why you
apparently girls think when you clap that makes something more true.
Oh shit, bro. Listen, it is so crazy, man. So crazy. It is asinine that see, doesn't this prove the point where men they have to learn about women in order to get them, but women don't have to learn about men to get men?
Oh, God, no.
The only thing that women have to learn about men is they want the puniti.
Oh God, no. Sorry, I gotta
What? What?
fucking. I gotta send you this one. I'm sorry. You triggered me. You reminded me of this video. Now I gotta send it to you, and I gotta torture you and everyone else with it.
Is this something that would get my channel fucked up or what?
No. I mean, like, unless VTuber cringe is enough to get that. But no.
What do you mean? I mean, what do you mean by?
No. Like, look, no, it's nothing that'll actually get your video fucked up. It's more so, like, you were just like, women don't need to learn shit about men. It's like, well, like, here, just watch this and just see fucking crystal clear fucking proof that women have no clue how to attract dudes.
Can you guys hear it? Do you hear it, Gray?
Hear what?
Oh, you don't hear anything. Okay.
No,
cool.
no, you got to play that. You got to actually pull the video up.
I know. I was wondering if you guys would just hear me.
No, we can't hear it in the background now.
Okay. All right, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. All right. But before we begin, let's finish this right quick, then we will switch to the other one.
All right.
But once again, chat, last chill, because I know Chronic's going to be on soon. If you want to support your boy, link on top of the chat, Cash App /Sirius, or you can super chat, or if you guys want to invest even more, there's memberships as well. Any donations is appreciated. Thank you very much. We'll watch this one time.
Yeah, keep in mind, there's no rush to Chronics because there's a good 15 minutes of songs before the stream starts.
That is true. Yeah, he does. He does play some jams.
It's good shit.
Let's play this right quick.
Talking about guys simping for a girl. I just don't understand what's wrong with like worshiping a girl. There's nothing wrong with that, okay? Girls deserve to be worshipped. All right? Not saying specifically me, but girls should be worshipped. It doesn't mean you're a simp. Simping isn't bad. Simping is king shit, okay? You're a king if you're not afraid to simp.
Okay.
Bitch, if y'all will worship motherfucking nature because Mother Nature fucking provide for you, then y'all should be worshiping men because men are what provide women with existence and stability and society.
Literally. And Chad, this is a perfect example of why you don't ask a fish on how to catch it. You really think that this woman is attracted to simps? Hey, don't get me wrong. In 2023, she's fat as fuck. She's fat. Look her up. Look up OK Boomer. 2023, she let herself go. She's fat as hell. The wall hit her at the speed of light. But while she was in her prime, she was really trying to. Actually, she wasn't even trying. She was putting simps on a pedestal, even though they weren't, in order for her to get more money. And that's a common occurrence. Not just her, but pretty much every other female that's trying to come into our space. Like, come on. Do you really think she believes? Like, you can look at her face. Hold up. You can look at her face.
Thing is specifically me,
Like,
but girls should be worshipped. It doesn't mean you're a simp. Simping isn't bad. Simping is kingship.
you saw her looking into. You saw her like looking sideways. She
Yeah.
doesn't even believe in her own shit.
Sorry, I can't find like the pictures you're saying of her. Like I ain't seeing any fat pictures of her. I'm not saying they don't exist. It's just I can't find them.
She has a YouTube channel.
All right.
If I can find it, I'll let you know. But she does have a YouTube channel. She's a gamer now. What was the other one? Hold up.
Oh wait, yeah.
Oh, you see her now?
Yeah, it's like fuck. It's like everything got fucking twice as big except for her face. It's like damn.
You sure? Because she looks like a fucking chipmunk.
Again, like I assume that it's like Nico Lol. Like I'm trying here. Like, is this her fucking YouTube? Because maybe that freaking Wikipedia thing is just.
It has to be. She has a good amount of subscribers. It has to be her.
85.4K.
Yeah, that's
she's got less subs than Ribby at his prime.
yeah, that's most likely her, bro. It's most likely her.
Wait, hold.
Ever since, what's up?
I'm sorry. I'm just looking at her fucking numbers. Like, hold the fucking phone here. Okay, so sorry. I'm gonna compare. I got too many fucking tabs open here. Hold on. And you know me. If I say I got too many fucking tabs open, we're talking into the three figures.
Oh, ever since she got called out for being an okay boomer, but at the same time, she bought a $2 million apartment or something like that, or a condo.
Okay.
After she got called out, bro, she went broke.
Okay, so like let me put it this way. Let me put it this way. So I'm just comparing videos from 6-7 months ago. You've got shorts from 7 months ago that are at 2.3K views.
Yeah.
She's got videos from 6 months ago that are at 4.5K views.
She has like what, 60K more subs?
80, yeah, she's got 60K, so like over five times as many subs than you. But she is not pulling in that proportionate amount of views.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro. That is too fucking funny. Goddamn. But hey, let's go ahead and you sent me this link, right? I put it up just now.
Yeah, just
let me see.
Just watch this, guys.
All right. Do I need to? I think I need to pause.
No, I don't think you'll need to pause. Just play through the whole thing and just let the cringe flow and let the guys face palm.
All right, let's see how it goes.
Okay, guys, be honest with me. If a girl liked you and you didn't know it yet, but she asked you for your colored pencils, would you think she's flirting with you? Would you know? I'd have no clue. Really, is it not? You're just nice. What about if I give you a Valentine's Day chocolate? Granted, I gave it to everybody else too, but I gave you 2 pieces of chocolate. Huh?
I got 2 pieces of chocolate. The fuck?
Kitty chocolate? The most L Riz I've ever seen? I thought I was so obvious. You know what flirting to me was? Here, let me show you.
Bro, how old is she?
20s, I think.
Because her argument and analogies is fucking stupid.
Okay, everybody ready? Ready?
Go continue.
Watch.
Wait,
Okay,
wait.
here comes. Hold on.
Oh, hold up.
Just watch this. Watch this amazing pickup, Yeetus. This is an amazing pickup game.
All right, let me go ahead and continue.
Okay, well, what about that? Do you think that's flirting? What did I do?
What? What?
Play it again, Yeet. If you didn't see it, play it again. Amazing pickup game.
Ready? Watch. Okay, here comes. Hold on. Okay, well, what about that? Do you think that's flirting? What did I do?
No, you
I
moved
glanced
from
in
point A
your
to point B.
It doesn't.
No. She stopped in the middle, looked at you, and smiled for a second.
That's stupid. Okay. That is so dumb. That is. See, even Moon is like, what the fuck? What is she even? That is insane. Let's go and continue, bro. Let's go and continue.
Doesn't sound good when I say it out loud. That's exactly what I did. I'd be like sitting in the library when I was in college, and then I'd just be like,
Like what?
This has such Milady vibes. Oh, I fucking hate it here. Oh, Milady. Tips Fedora. Milady.
Hey,
What about
sorry,
something like
bro.
this?
I can't. Sorry, I can't.
Told you to be tortured.
The shit is fucking ridiculous, bro. That is so fucking weird. So fucking weird. And she's talking about, oh, why no guys approach me? Yeah, maybe that's why. Maybe that's why these guys don't approach you. Oh my god, that is the worst. That is hella cringe. Oh shit! But hey, Gray, do you have any last statements? And on top of that, we're not done. I believe this needs to be a part 2, personally. So
yeah, we can go for ages into the whole real man thing. Like, I'm sticking by like my thing. Like, my definition of a real man is you've hit the legal age of adulthood and you got XY chromosomes. Everything beyond that is just societal pressure.
Well, you can be. So, how do I explain it? You can be XY chromosomes. You can be a legal adult, but at the same time, personally, I don't think that will consider you as a real man, especially if you never went through the trial by fire type situation.
Then
If
what are you?
Well, once again, like,
Are you a boy?
you're a man biologically, but
No, like
talking
what would you
about-
say? Like, oh, you are a 60-year-old.
I can't tell him that he's a woman over there, but what I'm saying is I'm
Then
not
what
going
are-
to respect him as a man.
That's different. That's different. Like, there's a difference between a real man and a respectable man.
Okay, if he's going to be a man, yeah, I agree. If he's a man, he's a man. But if I'm going to treat you as such, then you got to have your shit in order. That's just me. If you're a biological man, okay, cool. You're a biological man. I can't change that, whatever. But if you're here, you're being all fucking, you're doing a bunch of nonsense in your life, I'm not going to respect you as a man.
Yeah, but that's not. But you didn't ask, are you a man that I would respect? You asked, what is a real man?
Well, that's not okay. The original question wasn't from me, it was from other women. But for me, that's how I will proclaim it. He's a biological grown ass man if he's 18 years older and he's XY chromosome. But at the same time, if he doesn't have anything in his life in order, he doesn't have to be the best of the best. But if he doesn't have things in check, how can I respect somebody like that, especially a man like that?
That's again. But then you're adding qualifiers onto man. Like there is real man, and then there's man I respect. Those aren't the same things.
Okay, so the main question
is respecting a biological male as a man, that is purely subjective. Literally,
that's just person. Me. That's not the main question. The main question is for women putting qualifiers on men. But I'm just putting this myself out of nowhere. That's just me. XY chromosome, sure. Man, yeah, you got dick and balls. Congratulations. But if you don't have a shit in order, if you're a fucking lazy piece of shit and you have no type of ambition and you are definitely irresponsible in your life, how the fuck am I going to treat you as... Like, how am I going to treat you as a man according to society, let alone how am I going to treat you as my peer or any of that? I can't. Just me personally. The question is from the women that's putting the pressures on men. But what I'm saying right now is just me. I cannot respect a man that does not have his shit in order. I cannot. Just me. But the next stream, we can definitely talk about how women put the pressures on men on what a real man is. But for man to man, how am I going to respect you if you don't respect yourself? Like you get what I'm saying?
I get it, but that's the thing. But there's plenty of dudes out there that I don't respect. I still consider them like they're still men.
Fools. It's not about you, Yudis. No fucking shit. It's not about me. But what I'm saying is, yeah, you have dick and balls. Congratulations. You're a man. Oh yeah. I got testosterone. Yeah, congratulations. Doesn't mean I'm gonna respect you as such. If you are a fucking lazy sack of shit. And that's no. That's just me.
The thing is, those kind of men don't give a shit what you think of them. If they had any sort of fucking pride, then they wouldn't be in that position to begin with.
Well, once again, good, cool. If they don't give a damn, that's cool. Cool beans. But what they're doing with their lives, and it can be pretty obvious sometimes. They're not doing the greatest job with their lives whatsoever. Right? I'm talking about the men that I wouldn't respect. It can show pretty quickly.
Well, I think
I respect the man that has their shit together. I don't respect men that don't have their shit together. That's me.
But do you respect a woman that doesn't have her shit together?
No.
Do you respect a woman that has her shit together?
Yeah.
Then you respect people that have their shit together regardless of gender.
Yes.
So it's not a male exclusive.
There's different standards.
Okay, yeah, it's different standards, but the standard is have their shit together.
Yes.
Okay, but then you don't need to qualify as like, I don't respect men that don't have their shit together. It's you don't respect people that don't have their shit together.
Well, I was referring to the question.
Okay, but
I was referring to the question.
Okay, yeah, but that's the thing. But you're not referring to the question. You're referring to a standard that you have for people in general. The question is, like, what makes a real man? And you've moved that from what is a real man to what is a man that I respect.
Well, we all know a real man is XY chromosomes. I don't think that needs to be explained.
I think that it's getting kind of confusing considering that, like, You
God
establish
damn it.
that, like you establish that, oh yeah, it's not X chromosomes, but if you're not like this, then I don't respect you. It's like there's no need to jump to that tangent.
David M. Okay, because he has a question. He says, what does shit together mean? I mean that you know what you're doing, you have your purpose in life, and you have a direction that you're going to go in the future, right? You have a plan. Okay. I don't know if you have a family or not. I don't know if you're by yourself. I don't know if you have kids or a wife, whatever it is. But as long as you have your head focused and you're trying to improve yourself every day, that I can respect. But if you're being a lazy sack of shit, I can't respect that. Sorry.
That's the thing.
As a man, I can't respect that shit.
Thing is, but
I mean, intentionally being a lazy sack of shit.
Okay, but that's the thing. I could, because then the counter argument, like, let's say that I'm a dude who's a lazy sack of shit in this position. I go like, all right, what's the fucking point of me working hard?
Give me 1 second. Hold up. Lots of great. How about you answer this? What is respect? Well, what is respect to you?
Me?
Yeah, to you. Like if you talking to one man to another, just man to man. The woman thing we can talk about later, but man to man, what is respect?
It's similar to trust in the sense that it is subjective from topic to topic. But in general, respect would be, am I going to take your opinion on stuff seriously?
Okay. All right.
Like, and it's kind of like this. It's like, okay, if there is someone who has spent a decade plus in the construction industry and they tell me this is how you need to arrange your waterproofing on a window in order to prevent moisture buildup, even though it goes against the current code for such a thing. It's like, yeah, you've been working in this industry for years and built a shit ton of houses. I'm willing to respect your opinion on this kind of ventilation, like ventilation, water retention, and moisture control. I respect your opinion on that. If you're going to say like, hey, I've worked in the construction industry for 10 years. Here's my thoughts on biology, which I have no experience in and can't explain in depth. I'm going to be like, no, I don't respect your opinion on biology.
Okay. Fool said that, so a lazy man is not a real man. In my opinion, yes.
And that's
yeah,
the thing.
you
like,
have an XY chromosome, sure, good for you. I don't give a fuck.
Okay, but that's the thing. Again, like let's say I'm the lazy man,
Oh my God.
and then I go, okay, what's the point of me working hard?
So you're able to sustain yourself. So that's me personally. So okay.
Like, no, and I'd be like, no.
Let me go back.
And I go like, and I
would
just
go
kind of like, no, I'm on welfare.
But hey, let me go back. Let me turn it back. If you're not able to sustain yourself and you bitch and moan and complain about it, that's where I say that you're not a real man. If you're bitching and moaning, complaining, and being a little fucking emotional little fuck, but you have the ability to turn your life around, but you choose not to, you're not a real man, in my opinion. That I had to take it back a bit to elaborate.
So complaining about something that you actually have control over.
Yes. And you don't really do anything about it. You just like, oh, woe me, this and that, and oh my God. Well, they're able-bodied to turn their life around.
That's the again.
Would you agree?
Turn the again like as the thing. Like you say a bunch of things, I agree, and then you add a qualifier that makes it go.
It's
okay.
it's just in general. I know there's variables that will nullify my point, but in a general sense.
Because I don't know, because that's the thing. Because like it gets kind of because again, like we started off with lazy men, and now that's been, and now the definition has changed up again to a guy who complains rather than doing stuff,
which is still technically lazy.
Well, okay, but here's the thing. Here would be the other thing. So say a man is complaining about something and you think he's technically capable of changing it, but he doesn't know what the fuck to do and no one's telling him. And what?
Well, if he comes to me about the situation, like best believe I will give him the best solution. I'm not going to just I'm not the type of person to just blow him off. I'm not the type of person. If somebody wants to come to me for assistance, I'm willing to help them, unless you're talking about just men in general. Men in general, yes. Unfortunately, there's a bunch of men that are just like, hey, you know, why you come to me about your problems? Man, the fuck up, go away. You know,
because here's the thing. Because often, like I run into this a bit. Or like guys
give
will.
Me 1 second. I'll be right back. Give me 1 minute. I'll be right back.
Okay, so chat. This is something that I run into a bit, and we're probably gonna have to ditch because God knows this tangent will go on for fucking ever if we don't cut it off at some point. But I've encountered multiple people who say that they have solutions to things, quick solutions to things, solutions that could be done right now to like get more money or make shit easier. And then I have to wonder, like, okay, then why aren't you doing that? It's like, oh, hey, if you need to get your license to operate a truck, what you should do is go on unemployment and then go to the government and they will finance.
All right, I'm back.
I guess the thing. So there's certain advice where I wonder, like why don't the people giving the advice take their own advice? Like if someone says, oh, hey, like this is the thing. Apparently in Canada, they want you off employment insurance as fast as possible. So apparently they'll pay for your training. So one guy at work said, is like, hey, if you want to get your truck training, quit your job, go on EI, and then tell EI that you need this truck training, and the government will pay for your training, which is thousands of dollars, in order to get you off employment insurance as fast as possible. I'm thinking, like, if it's that easy, then why the fuck aren't you doing that right now?
That's true. I agree with that. I agree. Okay.
So because that's the thing, because like oftentimes every time is like, because like I've complained about shit, and then I got people saying, well, you just need to do this, and then I start pointing out, well, these are the obstacles I have towards doing that, and then eventually they start to get really fucking frustrated because I'll start pointing out obstacles and complications that they hadn't even considered. And they don't like admitting that, like, you know what, maybe I have a point. Maybe shit is just that fucked up. And maybe it's not as easy as just being able-bodied.
Well, which is cool. If you're able to explain that notion, then that makes things a lot more simpler, in my opinion, than But hey, maybe when it comes to the situation that's at hand, that's probably out of your control, then okay, then that's a completely different story. But I'm talking about the certain men that chooses not to improve themselves and the situation is within their control. Even if you give them any type of advice or assistance,
Oh
they
yeah, no, like
still
there's
want to be complacent.
one dude who like has like literally last week or within the last week called into work complaining that he wasn't making much money. It was like, motherfucker, you only show up 3 days a week.
Only 3 days?
Yeah.
What the fuck? Oh hell no!
Like, motherfucker, like, do not fucking call up and complain about how you're not making a lot of money when you're working fucking 60% of the hours you're supposed to be.
Chat, you don't understand. I worked every single day for years, and I can put that on record. I worked every single fucking day. I did not have a day off. My day off was sleeping. Okay, maybe that's why I'm pretty biased when it comes to this situation. Maybe that's why. Okay, I don't really have as much of empathy or a heart to talk about the average Joe when it comes to a situation. All I'm saying is, if it's out of his control, okay, I have sympathy. But if it is within his control, then that's when I have a fucking problem. That's when I have a problem. Because I'm sure you, Gray, yourself, you are the one that had to sacrifice your time, your livelihood, and your health to get that money, right?
Oh yeah. Like, I'm gonna have fucking back issues for the rest of my life from working hard to get some not even decent scratch, just fucking half decent scratch. Thankfully I'm in a better
Agreed.
position now, but yeah, no, I fucked up my back. Like, earning
Agreed. And gentlemen, whether you believe it or not, I got various injuries when I was in the military. Various. All right. That's why I was able to be good to go after my 6-year venture. Okay. There are things that, like what Gray said, I would have to deal with for the rest of my life. And that is completely understandable. Once again, if you really have a legitimate issue on why you're not able to sustain yourself, get up and do what you need to do to support yourself. And if you have a family, support your family. Okay, I'm not going to hold it against you. Okay, cool. But if you are completely able-bodied, you never lift the fucking weight in your life, stuff your face with fucking chicken wings and cinnamon buns and shit, fucking cake and shit, and then you want to go on social media complaining and moaning and bitching about, oh, how life isn't fair to you. How am I going to respect you at that point? And I know that it sounds like I'm moving the goalposts. I think that I wasn't specific enough on the people that I'm not willing to respect. I think that's what's going on. I didn't specify. That's me. That's my fault. That's my fault. I can't take. I cannot take a man that doesn't take control of his life seriously. If he has the ability, if he has the capability to take control of his life, and he chooses not to, I can't take him seriously. Would you agree, or you have a different opinion?
That's the thing. Like, no, like that I agree with. Like, the question of taking a man seriously.
Shit.
It's just it's just going back to the main topic of what is a real man. Like, again, I can fucking despise, disrespect, and fucking hold a man in contempt. He's still a real man, even if I don't hold an ounce of respect for him.
Yeah, he's a real man, but once again, I'm not gonna respect him. That's like, hell no.
But that's the thing. But I also recognize like, what the fuck is my respect worth to this man anyway? Like, respect is only valuable. Well, that's the thing. Is like, we got to be honest here. Like, what is worth? What, like, how many men in your life do you actually need to respect you?
My father, my grandfather, my uncles. That's about it.
Want to respect you. Need to respect you.
Need. Nobody.
Need.
I'll say nobody. Not one man needs to respect me.
Exactly.
The closest will be is my adult son, if I ever have a son. You know, that's the closest I can think of. But everybody else, they don't have to respect
people who
me.
you need to, like, the people who you need to respect you are people you have authority over.
Exactly. I agree. I agree with that.
That's it.
I agree.
So if I don't have authority, if a man doesn't have authority over me, there's literally nothing he has to gain by having my respect.
Well, at the same time, like, I don't have to give respect to my father, right? But it's the fact that he gave me life. Like, I don't exist if it wasn't for him. What's up?
There's plenty of fucking fathers where their respect is worth absolutely fucking dog shit. You think every fucking baby daddy out there is worthy of his son's respect?
Oh no, but my dad isn't a baby daddy, so
that's the thing. But by definition, he is. He's the daddy of a baby, therefore he is a baby daddy. Okay,
we're probably talking about two different definitions based on our experiences.
Like, I'm talking about the fucking literal shit. Like, if you're gonna say like, well, I want my father's respect because
I don't have to respect him because I'm an adult, but the fact that, you know, okay, I see what you're saying.
Ejaculating inside a woman
he gave me birth. I'm just saying the fact that he gave me birth and raised me. Let me add that the fact that he gave me he pretty much gave me life and raised me.
That's the thing. Yeah, I think it's far simpler. Your father fucking worked to earn your respect.
Agreed.
Like, that's the cut and dry. It's not the specific actions of why, because there's all sorts of men who fucking did that shit and aren't worthy of it. But like, your father fucking worked to earn your respect.
Because once again, I'm stronger than my dad. He knows. I'm stronger than him, right? I can beat my fucking chest like, oh yeah, I'm the alpha male now.
But he's accomplished things in his life that you too would like to accomplish. Therefore, his respect is worthwhile because he earned it.
I completely agree. I agree. That's why, hell, I'm very careful to even swear around my father. I'm very careful because, once again, he's not a fan of his kids swearing around him. So, you know, that's the type of respect I have for him. And once again, I'm pretty much 30 years old. You hear me, chat? So that's something that you need to think about, especially if you have a father that's involved in your life. You have a type of discipline that you wouldn't have if your father wasn't in your life. I'm serious. This is something that is things that I need to speculate, actually, because I really didn't think about it before Gray brought it up. I didn't really think about it.
Oh, we should probably wrap it up. I'm sure that Chronic's probably done the music beats by now, and we'll go on
Oh,
for
shit.
hours if we don't.
Oh shit. Hey, chat, thank you very much for joining. Thank you everybody that's very active in the stream as well. And hopefully you enjoy the gems that me and Gray dropped on you today. Best believe we will have a part 2 sometime within the next few weeks. We will give you a date. Don't get me wrong, we're not going to keep you in the dark. Do you have anything else to say, Gray?
Nah, we better go before we go off on another tangent.
All right, we are out. Peace.
Peace out, Warband.